could have members of the public, possibly. So,
Okay, so now we're live.
thank you. So, do we have any of our staff on there? Oh, I see Tracy now.
Hi, I'm here.
Hello, Tracy.
Good morning, Tracy.
Hello.
Aton says hello to everybody too.
Well, that's nice.
So I said you will hear from us next week.
Did you read my email?
Yes.
My email said,
Okay, so good morning. So today's date is February 25th, 2021. The time is 10:45 a.m. And open session is hereby called to order. It's like quorum is present. And so first, we'd like to see, is there anybody who would like to offer any public comment?
So we do have someone. I will unmute them to see if they have comment. So we have Brian.
So Brian, are you present because you'd like to offer public comment?
There's a comment popped up, said no, just watching, just attending.
Okay, okay, thank you, Brian. So welcome. Okay, so
We have someone else who is on. The name begins with Ted.
Ted. Okay, so good morning, Ted. Are you present because you care to make a public comment?
There's a comment that says no, just observing.
All right, well, Ted, good morning.
And that seems to be it.
Okay, Newton, is that it?
Yes, that seems to be it for now.
Okay, great. So good morning to our public members. So that being said, and no other persons requesting public comment, we will proceed to our chair's report. Good morning, Lori.
Good morning. Oh, you mean you have no oral report for the chair, so you're going to the director's report, Robert?
Well, for the chair's report, I did notice that we are proceeding really well with timeliness on getting through the request for reimbursement, and I'm really impressed with that. So it appears that you guys are still over there working very hard. So hats off to your efforts. And that's all I have.
Great, thank you, Robert. I'll touch on that a little bit in my director's report on our statistics. So
Okay.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for attending today. I wanted to just report on our statistics from 2020. So last year, as you know, CSF received an additional $40 for reimbursements. So we had, our goal was to pay out 12.8 million. We ended up paying out 11.7 million on 832 cases. That's the most the Client Security Fund has ever reimbursed in 1 year. We resolved a total of 1,260 cases. So it was 832 that were pays and the remainder did not qualify for reimbursement. The additional funds that we had for last year, it just was with the pandemic, getting people to respond to us on cases that we were investigating, things just took a little bit longer. So unfortunately, we didn't pay out the full amount that we were budgeted for last year. But the good news is that money just rolls over to this year. And so we'll be able to continue paying. So we have about 8.9 million for reimbursements this year. And so we'll be working our way through that amount now this year for reimbursements. Our inventory is down to about 1,600 applications. So we really did, between 2019 and 2020, we were able to really get through a lot of the inventory that had built up over the years. As you all know, we still had inventory back from the loan modification cases that had built up when we just didn't have the funds to reimburse all those cases that had built up. So with that additional money last year, we were able to get through a lot of those cases, and we really are hoping that we're getting closer to our goal of being able to resolve our cases within 12 months of jurisdiction, which generally is final discipline against the attorney. So we're hoping maybe by the toward the end of this year that we'll be at that place. So that's what we're working toward, and I think that would be great. Like I said, we will be able to update you better at the next meeting as to where we are through this year. We've paid out we had paid a lot of the cases by the end of the year. So a few cases were paid in January, but not that many. But February, we have a lot of checks that we've ordered. So when we have our next meeting, we'll be able to give you a better idea of where we are this year so far. But as you said, Robert, everybody's continuing to work hard. We're getting through our cases as quickly as we can in the appropriate way, obviously. I wanted to mention that the 2021 National Client Protection Forum that is sponsored by the ABA will be on June 2nd through the 4th this year. It's a virtual conference. So if anybody is interested in attending that, please let us know, and you can attend. Newton is working on some of the panels for that event, so it should be interesting to learn about what the other funds around the country are doing and focusing on some of the current topics that people are seeing in the client protection field. I wanted to let the commission know that at the end of this year, Robert will leave the commission because he's the chair. So we'll have one attorney member position available. So we'll need some candidates for that. If anybody has any recommendations or people that think might want to apply, please let me know.
Somebody from my law school has already reached out to me about the position and talked to me about it. So I do have someone who is applying.
Oh, good. If they need an application from us or anything, it should be online, but if they need anything, let us know.
Okay.
And then we would have a public position available, but if Jordan is the vice chair, and if Jordan is reappointed to extend his term to be chair, which is how it generally works, then we will not actually have a public member position available. So we'll presume that as long as Jordan is willing to stay on and serve as the chair as the next year, that it will only be the one attorney position that's open. I wanted to update you on some work that's been going on in a couple of different areas that affect the fund. First of all, technically, Client Security Fund does not handle its own collections. The Office of General Counsel handles collections for the fund, but we work closely with them to make sure that they have the correct information as to what we've paid out and all of that information. And they've really been ramping up the efforts to try and do collections. So the staff has been very busy in providing information to OGC for all of that, but they've sent out the information on what is owed to the fund from respondents who have been disbarred and resigned. They've gone to the franchise tax board for collection purposes to use them through their credit, through their collection function at the franchise tax board. And they've all received letters as to what they owe the fund. And also those attorneys who are not resigned or disbarred, the amounts that the attorneys owe to the fund have been added to their fee statements pursuant to the statute, which is what is supposed to happen. And those attorneys who are still practicing and they get fee statements will have the amounts owed to the fund on their fee statement. And that depending on the circumstance of the payment, what the status of the attorney was when we paid, it will either be required for them to pay before they can continue to practice, or it will just be on the fee statement to show that that amount is owed and that they are aware of it and that the bar might take more collection actions against them. So it'll be interesting to see how much might be coming into the fund from the renewed collection efforts. And as soon as we have some statistics on that, we'll let you know what type of revenue the fund is receiving from pursuing its collection efforts under the statute. And another area that might result in funds for the client security fund is a new rule that was, well, the new rules were enacted as part of the state bar court to impose sanctions against disciplined attorneys. And if those sanctions are imposed and collected, the sanctions money comes to the client security fund. So any sanctions that are paid, the fund will get that money to reimburse the victims of attorney theft. So this is just starting to be enacted. And so we'll see what happens as the court starts to impose these sanctions. And if they are collected and come to us, again, we will see if we have additional revenue to help reimburse our victims. So those are two good efforts that will hopefully result in more ability for us to help people. I think that's everything I had. I did want to touch base with the commission to see if the way that we were able to get the materials to you this time worked properly. Did that seem to go smoothly for everyone in terms of using the shared drive for the materials?
I thought it worked.
Yes.
Okay.
And I received it. It was difficult for me to go to Microsoft Teams and receive it there. I had to go through the link that was sent to me. So
Okay.
it worked more efficiently there.
Okay.
And that could be just because I don't know how to operate it, but
All right. Well,
it worked.
the link worked. I'll remember that might be the better way for the closed session materials. So thank you. All right. Does anybody have any questions? That concludes my report. Thank you.
Okay, great. And action items, I have no action items. I guess I would close the
We do have the
report.
minute to approve.
Yes, and we'll get the minutes. But I saw from a correspondence from the State Bar about the new programs that they're embarking on. And I'm really encouraged by that. It sounds like some good ideas. So anyway, so now we move to the open meeting minutes. Is there a motion to approve the open meeting minutes
I move to
for
approve.
the prior meeting, which would have been in December, right?
Yeah, December 10th.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the December 10th meeting minutes?
I move to approve.
And second?
Second.
Okay, so if Betty would please take roll call.
Betty, you're on mute.
Gordon Wright,
Yes.
Joseph Domino,
Present.
Douglas Hassel,
Present.
Thank you. Melanie O'Day.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, having roll call taken, the motion is carried. And is there any other business? Okay.
No.
So open session is now adjourned at 10:58 a.m. And we now move to closed session.
Do you want to read the statement, Robert, of what authority we go into closed session?
Yes. So we're now going into the closed portion of our agenda. Pursuant to Government Code 11126C3 and the Client Security Fund rules, Rule 3.461A, we are going into closed session to review the legal calendar.
Thank you.
Yep, so thank you.